Hello, everybody. Welcome into the live. Oh, crap. It wouldn't let me select anymore. Hi, everybody. Welcome into the live. Hi, Bugs. Welcome in. Tap screen like the live. That's all I ask. Gifts are not necessary, but appreciated because we certainly like to flip those gifts around and give them back to the ones that deserve it. You know who all you are. Not much. Same old, same old. I have some rather interesting information to put out. And no, it doesn't have anything to do with Mahoney. Not yet. We're going to reach out to them hopefully tomorrow. Yes, the announcement. No, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. But trust me, it's going to get there. We got 100 people in here real quick. I'm going to throw up a few things that somebody urged me to do further research on. That being said, let's kick it off. So, I had a new worksite link job, snagajob.com. Now, I warn you, you have to sign up. And now, this is my fault, and I take full responsibility for this. I didn't further research or vet this one. However, I trusted enough. So, I put that up. Also, hey, Mom, Dad, anybody need shoes? I got links for individuals that need shoes. Thank you for letting me know that that's a good one. I figured it was. It was well supported. Anybody needs shoes, I have 3 additional websites up in the link tree for anybody that needs shoes. That one, that was the first one. This one here is Rack Room Shoes. And this one here is Soles to Soles for shoes for kids and families that need assistance on shoes. Free DoorDash. No, Mark, I don't. I'm sorry. But there are additional links that are in the link tree for anybody that needs help. Don't forget, I have the school supplies and items for school supplies in the link tree too, as well as the old ones that are still in the link tree down below, further down on the list. Use them. Get what you can get out of them. I mean, they're there for you to all use in the first place, so I mean, why not use them if you have to? If not, that's fine, you know. And don't be ashamed to use it, because I'll be honest with you, I've looked over a couple of things. So, but I'm just putting that out there for everyone to use if you need it. So, let's do this real quick. I don't know who you are, handlers. Okay. So, I'm going to put it out now. I'm not going to wait until the end. So I brought awareness on this individual a while ago. And some of you might remember her. Some of you may not. AKA Brandy Tanis, AKA Brandy Bachman. You remember her? She has the kid, was living in a car, was also working at hotel rooms. Well, she's not new to a lot of us. A lot of us all remember her. She would sit in the car. Mine. He beat me to it. Yes. Well, you're going to wonder what happened to her? Well, let's just show you what happened to her. This is public information just to let everyone know. So, yeah, there you go. There you go. No, Captain all4one. I'm not a captain, trust me. I'm just like everyone else. So there were two individuals that were really pushing a lot of awareness on her. I don't know if the one is in here. The other one went by the name of No Hate. They were really pushing a lot of information on her. We're going to get into him in a moment. You're going to wonder why. Oh, shoot. I'm going to have to get... Yeah, I think I have a screenshot of that. So she was recently arrested from literally scamming from 19 providers in Lehigh County area. Brandy Tanis, a.k.a. Brandy Bachman, was arrested. And I'll put her profile picture back up real quick here. There you go. This is her page. Her page is still up, but trust me, it will not be up for too much longer. She was arrested a little while ago, but the information has just come to light. A lot of us, here's the story right here. Multiple identity theft, felony, criminal use of communication facilities. So what she was doing was she was literally taking physicians' identities and writing out prescripts for her to get, the O word would be the best way to get it. Yes, fraud for rugs would be the best way to put it. But that's 21 counts of felony. That's federal. She ain't getting out of that. She ain't going to get out of that for a long time, let me tell you. But see, here's the thing. And we all go back to the days when she was on here begging for money. That's exactly why we don't give money to anyone on this app. Doesn't matter what kind of sob song or whiny crybaby crap they put out. You do not give anyone money. She was literally lying. And the one other creator that's on here, she was pushing to the fact that she was lying. We all knew she was lying because she would never show herself on camera, never showed proof, nothing. And yet, this is the end results for her. Now, you all remember, she also had a son. That's where it's going to get really sad because the state has picked up her son. Hi, Muffin Man. How you doing, dear? The state has picked her up and has picked up her son. The state has control of her son. She was in jail on $25,000 bail. Yeah. And I'm doing great, actually. Thank you for asking. But look, this is why. This is why we don't give money to people on that app, on any social media app. You offer them resources, help. You don't give your own hard-earned money to individuals like Maggie Foster, Tim Nash, Jeff Gainey. And I tell you right now, two of them are probably most likely on rugs. Tim Nash, I can guarantee is. And I ain't sitting here bullshitting you. But this is why you don't do it. Because it leads to this kind of stuff, which can also in turn get you involved into it, and then you're into a mess. I mean, where's her mod at? Her mod was so quick to block and mute people. She ain't there to help bail her out. Hi, Amber. How you doing? Welcome into the live, everyone. All I ask is that you tap the screen. That's it. Respectfully. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But see, that's the thing. It leads to another thing. Half of these individuals that are on here scamming and begging, they don't need the money. They need a job. Henceforth, the reason the name for the live. I don't know too much about the Palestine thing or whatever with that. I've been really focused on what our platform's really pushing for. And that's for the truth, honesty, receipts, period. Nothing else. Nothing else matters. You want to make up a string story, go right ahead. That's your choice. But I'm not going to sit here and bullshit anybody. But this is the end result for Brandy. 40 years old, and she's going to go to prison for probably a long time. Easy. And what's going to happen to her son? Her son's going to get put into foster care and eventually could be adopted. Hold on, I'll put her page up. Her page is no longer active, but it's still sitting in limbo. There you go. Sorry if it bleeds into anything, folks. I'm sorry. That's her at. Right there. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the live. All I ask is that you just tap the screen, respectfully, for us all. But yeah, that's Brandy right there. Here's a picture of her profile picture of her, what she looked. I mean, she stated that she had cancer, and this is the thing that really pisses me off. Between her and Tim Nash, they were running neck and neck on who had the cancer. See, I don't know if her son's 16. I mean, last year or the year before, well, he could be, because the last time I remember, he was like 14. But this is the exact reason why you don't donate to anybody on this app. Yeah, exactly, Ty. Exactly. My father passed away in February because of this awful disease, and yet you got people running their mouths. Now, that being said, truth about you. I reached out to them respectfully to see if I could utilize one of their pictures from their video. I'm going to put it up either way because it deserves the attention. See what the nurse asked him if he had any other conditions. He stated he has hepatitis C. Now, this is back in June, mind you. Just this, about a month and a half ago. He stated that he had hepatitis C and a sciatica, and that's it. Never said anything about cancer or seizures. And yet his mods, yeah. And look, truth about you, you get all the credit for this. You did your work. You did your footwork. I give you praise for what you did. I know it's a scary picture, and I'm sorry. And I know it's a very triggering picture. But if you look at the roof of his mouth, you can understand why. Yes, he is a big-time addict on rugs. And what he does is he takes the pain patches, folds them in half, puts them in his mouth, chews them like gum. But yet he sits there and literally lies to a nurse. But yet he's supposed to have cancer and says that he doesn't have anything else. If you go to Truth About You, give that individual praise because all credit goes to them. And respectfully, I'm putting it out there. Hopefully they don't get upset because I turn around and utilize their picture. But hey, when you're being honest, you got to be honest because that's where the truth goes to. That's where the facts go to. And I never have a problem with that because yes, he chews them. Because once you chew them and they get into your system a lot faster. Yeah, exactly. He was. And that's the thing. That's why when people go live or get into a box or even into their live, you read the room. He's the next one. Well, he's already been arrested once before. And I believe he has a court hearing coming up eventually. Exactly. Do not give money to anyone on this app, period. Nothing. It's your money, not theirs. Who gives a crap if Josh and Ada or whatever her name is, they need money for their apartment? Get off your ass, get an actual job. Because being a content creator on TikTok ain't going to happen. So I'm just putting it out there. That's my honest opinion. And I'm entitled to it. And if you got a problem with it, get up into a box and explain to me why you think that's going to be right. Why you think that being on a social media app that's actually going to be ending eventually here very soon is the thing to do. I mean, yeah, it's going to go over to a new app, but that new app is a lot more stricter, and you watch. They're actually starting to getting strict now. Oh, that's the other thing, too. Did anybody take notice to Lisa Richards not having her Cash App up? Or Venmo? I think it was Venmo. Yes. Hold, please. Yes, I have that. Oh, here it is. Oh, my. What's this, Lisa? Did we reach out and touch somebody today? Oh, they were here to help. Oh, Lisa. I told you it all works. It all works. We done reported Lisa's Venmo. She didn't have it up today. I'm sorry. There are little technical difficulties with that. Also, I do want to point out one other thing, too. This is one of the ones that my mod, Moonlight Whisper, and I were discussing. You got a problem with TikTok or anything? Oh, wrong picture. Hold on. I think it's this one. Yeah, right here. TikTok legal. I have the actual picture of the website to go to start reporting all these individuals. There you go, right there. Take a screenshot of that. Why do I care? Well, Tony, you can come up in a box if you want to talk. Let's see. You got enough people to come up in a box, Tony. Would you like to come up? I mean, you can easily request. Sorry. Just stating simple facts. TikTok legal right here. Take a screenshot. They're located in Culver City, California, which is where their headquarters are in the U.S. Their data centers located in Texas. Do you know why I care, Tony? I care because other people work their asses off for their money. And then yet you get people on here that utilize dogs, kids, anything as manipulation tools to turn around and take other people's money that are unsuspecting, especially the elderly. I mean, did you ever once give a thought and sit back and say, gee, my grandmother got taken for $500. If somebody was out there that could have helped her out. Yeah. Karma is going to be coming. I don't know if Tim Nash is her man or not. But here's the thing, Tony. I would have asked you if you didn't chicken out getting into a box. If you sit and say that, what is it of my problem? What is it of yours? Same question go right back to you. And I'm only being respectful. I'm not sitting here being nasty about it. Yes, Nate is Lisa Richards' BF. But that's an honest question. Can you answer that for me? What is it of yours? You're forgetting to remember that TikTok is a public app. Now, if I was to literally turn this live into a private live, then unless you're a friend of mine, you can't see my live I mean, you could see it for what, like 30 seconds, and then it would kick you out. But then you wouldn't know exactly what was all going on. Then that's a different story. But, oh, Tony was blocking. Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting that Tony likes to block, but, you know, anybody that blocks is only hiding the truth. Hey, you want to know? Okay. You want to know anything in reference to blocking? Go over to Maggie's Live. You can learn a few things from Not Easily Broken. Or I should say, So Easily Broke. Just saying. Oh, and I agree that without a doubt we all need the help. But here's the thing. Since when did it become our obligation and our responsibility to take care of rug addicts? Just asking. Should I give my last $50 to an individual that's going to waste it and use it for nothing? Or should I save that $50 to get me gas in my car so I can actually get to my work? You know, where I actually have an actual physical job. That's all I'm asking. I mean, that's why I don't give money. I give resources. Yeah, exactly. Save the 50 for me. Because I worked hard for that 50. Just same as everybody else in here. And I don't want to hear this shit show sob story of, well, I have a debilitating disease or this or that or anything else, and I can't work. You know how much that's getting old? That's getting old like a dried up turd in the yard for my dog. Getting old. Because there are so many people in this live that literally bust their asses that are in this chat each and every single day. I mean, they have cancer. They go to work. They have seizures. With assistance, they go to work. I mean, yeah. And there's other individuals that work their tails off and are still struggling. But yet, you got beggars on this app galore. And all they do is want to sit on here because they feel that it's their entitled right to sit on an app and beg for other people's money. Guess what? No, it's not. It's your entitlement to turn around and get a job to support yourself. And I don't give a shit two ways to none. I support this one individual 100%. Anybody goes after him, I'm going to have a problem. And we all know who it is, Wesley Wells. I give that guy a lot of credit because he's working his ass off now for what he wants and what he deserves to get. Oh, I'm sorry, Pops. I'm very proud of your son, though. But that's just it. You know, individuals that can work. So why is it that they feel that they should come in and swoop in like a vulture? Oh, I'm going to take your money. You know, like Tim and Angela. Damn, Tim, you could have turned around and gotten a job a hell of a lot longer ago, not said anything, which, wink, wink, I wouldn't have done, and you could have turned around and been rolling in the money. Now, that brings me to another good question. Hey, Tim, why'd you leave work early today? Why did you say that you were done? Or was it yesterday? That you were done early? Oh, it was yesterday. That's right. Yeah. And, oh, Oh, you're going to love this. So I sat and saw a video that somebody else was playing or had. Or no, I saw the comments. I saw the comments in the video. And I forget whose video it was, but they sat there and they asked, how is it that Angela is able to get a haircut and get her hair colored with what money they have left? Yes, Buffalo. It was Buffalo's video. Yes, Buffalo gets all credit for that video and those comments. Because that was a triggering comment for me. And I'm sitting there thinking, damn, that person was right. How is she getting her hair cut? How is she getting her hair dyed? That's a good question. Hey, Tim, where do you get your hair cut? Does Angela cut your hair too? I mean, after all, you lost your man card. But don't worry, I got something for you. Now, Tim's got his name as Tim, or as we like to call it, Timmy. Okay? Well, Timmy. Timmy. Timmy, can we please stay at our job? In quite some time, Timmy. Okay? My name's Jimmy, by the way. Hi. My name's Jimmy. This is satire, by the way, and it's not meant to anything, but hey, Timmy, I was able to get off the toilet a lot easier today because I'm younger. See the beard? It's a lot younger. So, I'm just saying, Timmy, can we turn around and stay at our job for at least more than 8 hours so we can turn around and, make a healthy paycheck, Timmy? Okay? And, oh God, yes, I'm so pretty. Oh, so pretty. Thank you. By the way, Timmy, the next time you decide you want to call people out, make sure you call them out properly. We could certainly turn around and do what you do and do the starfish. Because I like doing starfishes on the bed. Well, Angela's sitting there making her coffee. Okay? All right? So, yes, take screenshots, folks. It don't bother me none at all. Make it into a video. Do what you feel is necessary to do. I keep eating his hair. Timmy, how do you do it? Tell me. How do you do it? There you go. Yes, there we go. Is that how it's done? Okay. Yeah, that looks better. So, hey, when you feel free and froggy, Timmy boy, across that bed like some high school little girl, come over to my box. We can chat on you getting your man card back. Okay? All right. Good talking to you, Timmy. But now that's a damn good question. Hey, Angela, you cutting Tim's hair? I'd certainly like to know. I'm just asking for a friend. Because if you're cutting hair, I'm sure you could start up your own hair barber shop in that hotel room. So. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to Wifey to Wifey.
What did you do with my husband? Somebody kidnapped him.
Mm-hmm.
This man with the black beard was just on the screen.
Yes. It's called beard transformation. I'm in trouble now, folks.
But when did you get so, dark colored? I didn't buy any dye. Oh, thank you for the gifts. Not necessary.
No.
You guys are so, so sweet.
Well, I had a hair coloring kit. Okay.
Oh.
Because I got to try to make myself a little more younger. Because, some people like to say that the hardest thing I do is get off the
everybody.
toilet. But in Tim's case, the hardest thing he does is get off the bed.
But, I can get you some Peter Thomas Roth skincare stuff that can help you make the wrinkles and all go away if that's what you want.
Okay. That'll work. Everybody's saying hello to you.
I see. Hi, everybody.
But
I was just scrolling and I saw that and I'm like, oh crap, I gotta go give them nuts.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
Alrighty, I'll let you have the rest of your life. Hope everybody has a good night.
Thank you, dear.
Yeah, TikTok shop does sell Peter Thomas Roth, and I'm a big Peter Thomas Roth fan. I've used him for years before he even came on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, guys. Love you,
Love
babe.
you.
Have fun. Bye,
Love you.
everybody.
Okay, that was the wifey to wifey, folks. But yeah, I mean, my question to Angela is, hey, Angela, how you getting that haircut? How you getting it dyed? And don't tell me you going weeks without getting it done. So here's the thing. Tim turned around and went to work. Buffalo turned around and put it out that he left work early. Tim, why didn't you volunteer to stay later? Why would you want to walk away from extra hours? And yes, it is going to be about 2 weeks till he gets his full paycheck. So now, that being said, folks, right there and then, that's going to show you that each and every single day, he's going to ask for that hotel room money. Unless you get some poor sucker that gives him the over, what, 500 some odd dollars for the entire week? We all have bills to pay. And if you had the money to give it to them, I wouldn't give it to them, but that's up to you. I don't tell anybody what to do with their page or platform or their Cash Apps or their PayPals. However, if they have anything posted, I would start looking into reporting. That being said, let's grade into this section. Because I like to turn around and put this info up. I never have a problem doing it. There you go. Chime. This is the quick, easy way to report Chime accounts. I would suggest trying the customer support phone number that's on there, reporting that individual's actual Chime account, and letting them know, hey, look, this is frauds and scams. They're on this app, on a social media app, begging for money. Day in and day out. Take their Chime down. Take screenshots if you'd like to get that phone number. Trust me, it works. And it's starting to work. But at the same time, don't also forget about the reporting the TikTok legal as well. Because look, they're going to continue to keep coming on here until you actually take their pay apps. That's why individuals that are in awareness normally don't have Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo, or Chime, or Apple Pay, or whatever on their pages. Is because we're trying to do the right thing. I don't take money. I don't ask for money. I don't ever want to ask for money. I make more than enough for my family. And then that's the reason why it's my family's money. Not my, well, it's mine, but I'm certainly not going to give to a beggar. But that's also the reason why we double down on the resources themselves. If the individuals want resources and help, then you give them the resources. I mean, that's why they're there. They're anonymous to use for anyone. I came across somebody today that was literally algorithm is really starting to begging or asking for gifts. Now, that being said, that's going to be a question as to what's going to happen with the battles. Because we've all seen the battles and what people do. But I also think they're going to go after the individuals that are asking and begging for money. Because in a similar situation, it's almost the same thing. So that's going to be interesting to wait and see what happens with that. Oh, you're always welcome. You're all welcome. I mean, look, when it comes to receipts, facts, and truth, that's what makes up awareness. That's part of what makes up awareness. And as long as you're honest with everybody and you're truthful and you put out factual receipts and show the receipts, as long as you're not doxing or anything, there's nothing wrong with that. Because you're giving your opinion, you're also giving the receipts and the information, and you're putting out the facts that people deserve to know. And facts are, if you're begging, you're scamming. That's what you're going to be. Oh, I don't want to be labeled as that. Well, guess what? You are. I mean, what else were we supposed to give you a label? Because you, had, of course, had said it. So this is Chime. Sorry, I should have been paying attention. Here's for Apple Pay on how to report an issue. And I suggest doing it because without their pay apps, they have nothing. They lose it all. I mean, look at Joe Smith. I saw the video. I forget who. I think TikTok beggars put it up. Joe lost his Cash App. Yeah, he lost his Cash App, and then he lost his shit.
Well, hey, everybody.
Well, hello, everybody. I'd like to introduce you to Brittany.
Oh, shut up. Hey, everybody.
Brittany has been in and out,
Yeah.
off and on here.
Oh, hold on. Oh, I'm messing up.
Situations.
Yeah, I've been under a little medical here and there, so yeah.
She just canceled her vacation that she's leaving on Tuesday, so
I didn't. That's not getting canceled. No,
yeah,
no.
yeah,
That's well needed.
yes.
Well needed.
But this here is the way to report Apple Pay, and methods to report it. And I'd strongly suggest reporting it. Report them all. Why not? I mean, like I said, since when did we ever become obligated and our responsibility to take care of individuals that are on this app begging for money? Look, times are getting tough, and I've called it out already. I called it out. They're getting worse. And I just saw a video in reference to lawmakers wanting to Paulie wants to do away with lawmakers not being able to deal with crypto and stocks. Look, the economy's getting bad. I mean, but yet, it seems like a lot of our lawmakers are getting rich. One lawmaker is worth $300 million. Well, damn, I'd like at least $1 million of that. But yeah, this is your Apple Pay to report. Oh, look, she disappeared. And this one, I forget which one's this. This is Venmo. I already showed you the pictures. Lisa. Yeah. Oh, and you know how we all know that they work? Let me show you a picture. This is left to see a penny fairy. I had to put that one up.
Oh gosh.
That's a reminiscence of the Kotex days. But let me pull up this picture. So you know how we all know it works on the reporting of the apps? Hold on. It's taking a while to come up. Why isn't it coming up? Oh, there it goes. Dang it. Okay. You ready? You guys all remember this guy, right? Yeah, that's right. Sticky side down. This guy here, Mark Russell. Hi, Brandy. Mark Russell. Yeah, Mark Russell lost all of his pay apps. He has none. He has no pay apps left. Yeah, the gopher. I call him the hedgehog. That or else Poopy Pants Mark. But he apparently and allegedly lost all of his pay apps. He has no other way to gain or access money. That being said, he has no ability to turn around and do for himself, which he's able to work. What's wrong, Mark? Hey, you know what? I got a cool idea. Reach out to Timmy, and maybe he could hook you up with a job working with him. since you are obviously fairly close, just suggesting. Hi, Spooks. How you doing, dear? Hopefully you're doing well. But no, I mean, I'm just tired of it. You know, I mean, that's why Brandy Tanis got arrested because she was faking cancer, and they found out she took. Oh, that's a hot mess expressed there, and that should tell everyone not to donate or give money on this app. You get into a beggar and scammers live, just report it. Report their live. Read their room. Read what they're saying. Understand what they're saying. Understand what they're putting out. Maggie Foster. And I'm not going to get too deep in with her because of everything that's going on. But hey, don't worry. You know, everybody loves Maggie. Everybody loves Maggie. Well, you know what? There's Maggie at an event wasting other people's money.
Of course.
Yeah. Don't worry, though. Maggie's got you. Oh, wait a minute. No, she don't. She's sitting there, got the camera on herself instead of the event that's actually going on in front of her. So, that's in a video on my page for the YouTube account. I think it's the second or third video in. Not the top 3 that are pinned, just down below. But hey, don't worry. Oh, who got arrested? Okay, hold on. I'll put it back up again. This woman got arrested. You remember her, Brett?
Yep.
Brandy Tanis, a.k.a. Brandy Bachman, 40 years old.
Oh, for faking that cancer or whatever.
Yep. And here you go. Here's the proof is in the pudding. There you go. Now, the reason I scratched out the one word, it's a word that's not allowed to be shown on TikTok. So, out of respect. So, she faked cancer. Okay? Faked it. And yet was on here begging and asking people for money for a hotel and this and that and everything else and all that. 19 providers. She turned around and literally was going around taking rugs from. Hey, you know, I could say one key word and it wouldn't hurt. You know, I like to use that product called OxyClean. There you go. Yeah. OxyClean gets your clothes really clean, if you know what I mean. But that's here's the article from the newspaper. There you go. 21 counts felony.
Damn.
Folks, that's felony. That's a federal level. She took the identity of 3 physicians to get what she wanted.
Wow.
Yep. So now, as it stands, she was set bail at 25 grand. And I tell you this right now, she is not going to see another day on TikTok at all.
Wow.
So, you know, and that's the thing is that she sat there and did that so that she faked the cancer to get what she wanted. She begged the money to get what she wanted. And she had her child with her the whole time. But see, this is where karma definitely catches up to people, and it's going to nail them. And Timothy Nash is the next nailed. Mark my words, folks. He's already gotten caught once recently. He's going to get caught again. And Truth About You gets all the credit for the video that was posted. If you don't know who that is, go to their page. They have a video out there of Timothy Nash in the hospital. I have screenshots where the nurse asked him for any extenuating circumstances or problems. And not once did he stage 4 at that. So that right there tells you he is full of shit and a liar.
Yeah.
So.
Well, hey, all4one, I'm bumping out. I was just going to stop in. I've got to go to sleep.
Okay. Thank you for joining us for the short time you were here, dear.
Well, I mean,
I'll
I
talk
thought
to
you
you
were going to
later.
be live earlier. Hey,
Well,
thought you were going to be live
mitigating
earlier, but
circumstances.
I'll deal with you tomorrow. Love
Okay.
y'all.
Love you. Bye.
All right, bye.
So there you have it. Between her and this guy right here. You remember? This guy right here. And yeah, this is a clip from the video. Henceforth, the reason why I give the credit to Truth About You. He's sitting there laughing at the nurse. And if you want a different picture, I can put another. Yeah, let's put up a different picture. That's triggering to me. There you go. Sorry if it bleeds in with the chat. My apologies. But this is. Penny Ferry is no longer, doing what he's doing. I give the man basically did the best that he did. He was the best of all of us, in my opinion. But he did a video between him and it's just Suba. If you don't know who she is, look her up. She's a wonderful woman. I support her 100% as well. They put out the video in reference to Tim having that Kotex on his leg. So I know we all wish that he can come back, but he deserves his time. He deserves his vacation extended. And yes, Melissa, the lagging is going to happen. There's nothing that can happen, but it happens. So, but look, this is why we say not to do donate. Donate. Yeah, Penny Ferry was awesome. A lot of people's idol. Ticked off a lot of beggars and scammers. A lot of people's idol. Ticked off a lot of beggars. What rugs do to you? He takes the pain patches, folds them up, put. So if he says that he needs the pain patches, no, he doesn't. He doesn't need them at all. It would be to report any Cash App, PayPal methods, or any payout. He doesn't have one, except maybe Western Union, but good luck with that. Look, their entitlement to other people's money on here on a daily basis. Yeah, he's eating them. Correct. The entitlement of these individuals on this app has gotten way out of hand. They need to literally sit down and humble themselves, understand what situation they're getting themselves into, and can I handle this kind of pressure? Can I handle this kind of hate? I don't give them hate. I'll just give them honest resources. You don't want it? That's fine. Tim here, I offered him resources. Didn't want them. Didn't take them. Well, that's on you then, dude. But I'm not going to sit here and bash you. I will put out awareness on you. Julie, what they do is they fold them in half, and then they'll put them in their mouth, and they'll literally chew or gnaw the chemicals off of the patch. And that directly gets into their blood system because most blood vessels are closer to your skin and your mouth. And it's more direct to the brain area and into your body. And unfortunately, that's the end results from that is the dental problem. And notice I'm not making fun. Well, you know what? You're right. Tim and Angela can go pitch a tent. They can sleep outside instead of begging for money. Yes, 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 yes. Mm-hmm. You're correct. Some do have gel on them, and that's henceforth the reason why they get into your system quicker. Yeah, it's definitely dangerous. Yeah, because it's direct right into your system. Um, they're considered pain patches. Emmett, you didn't miss that much other than the fact of who got arrested that was on here a while ago, and you might remember her. Emmett, you didn't miss that much other than the fact of who got arrested. You're using them correctly. Tim doesn't. Oh, and that video was back in June. He said he lost his house. 19 providers and imitating and stealing identities of 3 physicians to write out prescripts. Oh, I know. My father passed away from cancer as well in February of this year. Oh, no, you're good, Emmett. And that's why it literally burns me up when somebody sits there and says that they have this, 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 and this. And look, I'm going to be honest with you. I've been watching Dave Kellums. You guys all know who Dave is, right? You're going to love this. I'm going to put his picture up so you get a better understanding who he is. And I'm men sitting on their lives. Their lives are very informative. They're good because what they're doing is systematically putting a stop to a lot of the beggars being online and going live for simple reasons. And I appreciate both of them very much. I support them very much and what they're trying to do. So Dave Kellums, him. This is one thing, and I took notice that we haven't been able to get I didn't get a screenshot of it, but I could tell you with my own bold face eyes that he was doing something that he shouldn't be doing if you have cystic fibrosis. And we've already done the research on it and did the lookup and everything else. There he is. You guys remember him, right? Cystic fibrosis, living in mom's house, moved out, got evicted, got auctioned off, da 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 da. 2 of the cats went to a no-kill shelter. The other 2 cats apparently went to the next door neighbors. Okay? Now, explain to me this. You have cystic fibrosis and you're sitting there on a live vaping. What is wrong with that picture, folks? He sits there and tells you that you shouldn't be doing that with cystic fibrosis. I don't give a shit what it is. Tells you not to do that. And you turn around and go, oh, well, I didn't know that. Yeah, I'm going to say it. I'm going to call you out, Dave. I don't give a shit. Because you didn't have a problem talking about me in your last live that I sat and watched. Dave. But yet then you're going to sit there and vape in front of everybody that's supporting you financially, whether it be gifts or money or whatever. And yet you're going to sit there and turn around and vape. Around oxygen, too. Really good move, Dave. Oh, I know COPD and emphysema is horrible. My next door neighbor had it. And it's the worst thing that could ever happen to anybody. But you're going to sit there and tout that you have cystic fibrosis. And let's not forget, you don't utilize the vest since 2020, and yet your phlegm is clear. Okay? No, sorry. I ain't buying it, Dave. And I could show pictures of my childhood too, or whatever. Or hey, how about when I fell through that living room floor and landed into the basement while I was fighting a house fire? And then I got transported to the hospital for that one. I could show that picture too. But hey, that's okay, Dave. You keep vaping, buddy. You keep turning around and, showing off who your true credentials are. Look, in my opinion, you ain't got no CF. And that's my opinion. And I'm entitled to my opinion. Just the same as I don't feel that Tim Nash has cancer. Just the same as Brandy Tannis got arrested for faking having cancer and frauding a bunch of people. No, I don't think he does. I think he either suffers from COPD or emphysema. Take your pick. That's my opinion. But hey, let's bring up about your vape, okay, Dave? Let's bring up about that. And you can go live and talk about me all you want. I don't care. But one thing you can't do is turn around and say that I'm a fraud. I show receipts. And if everybody wants a receipt, I have no problems pulling them from TikTok beggars. I have no problems asking for a screenshot of that. Because you do all know and realize that I come with receipts, and I have no problems bringing receipts. Yeah. But remember, he apparently, his phlegm is clear. So, that's a medical miracle. But he has PayPal, and I think he has Cash App in his bio, which if I was him, being that I'm door dashing, I'd probably take it down. Now, that being said, he can only do 5 door dashes. That's good. I'm glad. Keep working. I'm going to finish this out here soon, Emmett, and then I'll bring you up in a box. But no, don't be playing games and sitting there saying that you have CF, and then you turn around and whip out a vape, and off camera, people hear it, and then all of a sudden you put it on the camera and show everyone to see. Yeah, I know. He blocks a lot of people who want to have questions answered. He blocked me. I didn't have anything to do with blocking him. But that's okay, because he won't let me into his live, and he won't let me up in a box. But that's all right. You keep running your narrative to your supporters and enablers, and you remember that, Dave. Remember that. Because according to you, it's okay to vape around oxygen. Good job. Smart move, Dave. Ones to watch. Real quick. I'm going to throw this up, and then I'm going to start wrapping things up. Ones to watch. How about this one right here? Faith for security. She has a small son. Cute kid. And yet she's on here constantly begging for hotel room money each and every single day. And I don't care that number's on there. She put it on there. That's on her. But she's laying here in bed today asking for other people's money and gifts. She's going to be, yeah. Oh, sorry, Colleen. I'll give a real quick recap here once I finish up with her. But she's one to watch. Yep, always in bed. Just like Timmy. Give me your money. I need my hotel room paid because you're all suckers to turn around and give me your money. And look, facts are facts. I'm going to put them out there one way or the other. I don't care. You know, it is what it is. Oh, yeah, she looks tired. She should be sleeping. Oh, wait a minute. She can't. She's got a son. Oh, there ain't nothing wrong with that, pumpkin. Yes. Moonlight Whisperer and somebody else sent her to me. You're going to love this one. Here's one to watch. She's an angel. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Her husband works his ass off, but she's sitting there begging for money. You know what she's begging for? Oh, let's just put it up. You ready? There it is. She's asking for people to pay her car off. All $6,600 of it. Why? Now, she stated, oh, trust me, she stated that she can't work. Apparently. Well, okay. So does that mean that your husband has to work harder just for you? Or does that mean that, you know, she sat there and literally said in this video right here that other people, oh, I know, other people can beg on here. Why can't I? Because this app isn't made for begging, everybody. Jeff Gainey, Maggie Foster, in case you haven't tripped out, Maggie, just to let you know, you're not supposed to be begging on this app. And if you need me to color code a piece of paper showing, you know, where it says you shouldn't be frauding and scamming people, because that's exactly what you're doing, prove me otherwise, not easily so broke. Prove to me that it's okay to beg on this app. I want to see her in writing, black and white, where it says that it's okay for Maggie Foster to come on here, collect SSI, food stamps, and beg. Otherwise, get the fuck out of here. You ain't nothing but a hot bag of gas anyways. And you're too chicken shit to turn around and allow people to put up the truth, because you know the truth's going to put an end to Maggie Foster. And that's exactly the facts. Clock that T. Oh, you know, whether she's terrible or not, that's on her. That's on her. But, you know, I would certainly sit and think, uh, you know, that if my dad worked in a position in prison systems, that I don't think that I'd want to be a part of somebody scamming, begging other people for money. Just putting it out there. So you make sense to me how TikTok is an app for begging. Because if that is, then you've ruined the app. It's no longer fun. Now you sit there and bitch, complain and groan and complain about blocking and muting all these people. Look, if you want to give to people like Maggie Foster, Jeff Gainey, and everybody else, go right ahead. It's your money. You're the fools for doing it. Because they sure as shit and sin ain't going to fill out a 1099 to turn around and, you know, make sure they're doing it correctly. And Maggie Foster is well known for doing that because she's given her paperwork to other people to take care of it, including your SSI. So, other things too noted. I have all the videos of Maggie Foster in her nightgown, which I'm ashamed to say I wasn't there to assist her across that crosswalk. But they're all going to that. So, that being said, oh, yeah, I did want to put up. Colleen wanted to know who got arrested. Here you go. Colleen, for you. Remember Brandy Tanis? A.K.A. Brandy Bachman? Yeah, this girl right here. Oh, Maggie Foster's. Hopefully she's licking the window, because I'll tell you what, she's going to learn a few things about karma coming around back to bite people's ass. Here you go. Brandy Bachman. And what? Faking cancer. Timothy Nash is better be watching. She was faking cancer. Hold on, I'll bring up the report or the story. You'll find this interesting. I know I did. You'll find this interesting. I know. 21 counts of felony acquisition of a controlled substance by fraud, along with felony identity theft, because she stole the identity of 3 medical physicians, 3 of them, and a felony criminal use of communication facilities. So, yeah, that's going to hold a lot of jail time or prison time. She faked it to get the rugs, and it was more or less Oxy. I like OxyClean. OxyClean gets clothes clean, if you catch the drift. Don't let me find out that Angela had it. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Because there are individuals that will dig deep to get that information. Now, let me tell you something. She didn't have it. Oh, she had the cancerous cells. Okay. Well, uh-oh. That's not good. Yeah, but your last name's not that, is it? So, this is why we can't have nice things, everyone. Well, Tim doesn't know the difference from cancer to the mush in his brain, because he's always laying down. So, oh, that's good, Brandy. But there you go. See, and that's the thing, is that karma will always come back around. Remember that. No matter who you are, what you do, karma comes back around. So, now you all know. She was a scammer. We've all seen her. I wouldn't donate a dime to this young lady, because I can tell you right now, from what I've seen and what I've heard, no, it's not called that. Yeah, I know. This young lady is up to debt up to her eyeballs and past her head. All I can say is, good luck, Faith. Good luck. Because if you're sitting there thinking that you're going to turn around and get everybody's money to help pay your bills off, yeah, it's not going to happen. She's been stealing from Peter to pay Paul. And, you know, I get it that she understands that what she may have done was wrong and what she did do was wrong. But there's got to be a point in time where you got to put a stop to it and the brakes on it and just maybe get off the app, because you're only digging yourself a bigger hole. And to the fact that you wanted to gain 109,000 followers, you did it. You got up to past 100,000 followers. Good for you. Problem is, it's people that are bringing awareness to you, people that may not like you. Look, I hold no ill will. She didn't want any receipts or any assistance on resources. That's fine. That's her choice. And she is. I can almost guarantee it. Each and every single day she goes live, she's sitting there somehow, some way, trying to get money. Whether it be for DoorDash for coffee or this or that or whatever. To me, and she will be a scammer. Oh, they're kicking her out? Look, and my videos of her treating her parents like crap. And I'm sorry that videos of her treat lies. She sits there and says that she wants to move out on her own. Okay, how are you going to do that? Watch a movie called The Story of Joni Erickson. I'm pretty sure who that is. That was a very good story and a good movie. I watched it back in the past. It was good. And that would be for To Faith to watch that as a suggestion. Because, yeah, exactly. See, that's the thing too. You got to have good credit to move out on your own. Good luck with that, Faith. How are you going to get credit? You have none. You have obliterated your credit. You owe money to people, and trust me, they're going to be coming for that money. They're going to want it back. I'm just saying. So how are you going to pay people back? And we're not even talking to the people that just randomly gave it to you. How are you going to pay people back like bank loans and other things like that? I'm just asking. How are you going to pay them back? I have no idea. I wouldn't even know where to start. You need somebody like a severe financial advisor to get you out of the hole that you dug. Yeah, taxes. Oh, her taxes are going to be through the roof. How are you going to pay the taxes, Faith? Were you going to take a loan out to pay those taxes so that you can pay the loan back? Look, I'm not sitting here hating on her or anybody else. I'm just pointing out opinions, facts, truth. I mean, we're all entitled to that on this app, on this platform. And everybody is on their own platforms. No, I agree. She will not learn. I'm sorry, but she will not learn. Think about it. If she didn't learn on the last app she was on, what makes everyone think that she's going to learn on this one? My personal opinion, I wouldn't even pay her any attention at all anymore. Not your beeswax. How you doing, dear? Yeah. See, that's the other thing too. How is she going to be able to get a caregiver if she ain't got the money, plus the backing from the organizations that can give her that support? Nothing comes free, as far as I know. Just saying. So, and I'm not going to turn around and go down this rabbit hole as far as everybody else's goes, but I do support everyone that's bringing the awareness to her or on her, because they're entitled to their opinions and to discussions and talk about it. The same as we are.
So hopefully it helps her, but I don't think it will.
Yeah. Proud mama, I'm starting to wonder the same. And let me tell you something, it's not pretty. It
No,
wasn't pretty. My question is, if she's ascertained all kinds of money, whether it be in 4 years, 3 years, 1 year, whatever, where did all that money go to? can't sit there and tell me that it was constant DoorDash or Starbucks each and every single day. That's fine that they tell Faith. I did not bash her. I did not say anything negative or bad about her. I just said I wish her luck on her journey to taxes. That's it. Well, then, and that's her choice too. They can run and tell her anything and everything you want, but the one thing that they should do is ask her, how are you going to pay your taxes, Faith? How are you going to pay all your bills? How are you going to turn around and pay back your loans? Those are the questions they should be asking instead of sitting there going, oh, all4one's talking about you. I'm bringing her up because those are questions that deem honest answers. How are you going to turn around and pay? I mean, I'd be crapping my pants if I owed that much money in taxes. Yeah, and I heard about the Island Boys, but her choice, her platform, what she wants to do. I'm not here to sit there and debate and dictate what she does, but I have my own opinions. We're all entitled to it. I don't badmouth her. I wouldn't sit in a live like she did and turn around and say, oh, he's a fucking asshole. What I would do if I was in her situation, I would sit there and say, well, gee, he's got a good point. I wonder what I am going to have to do about taxes. I wonder how I am going to have to pay them back. I wonder what this is going to do to my parents financially. Those are all questions that everybody should ask. Yeah, I know, But see, and this is one point I want to bring forward too. When you're in awareness, you don't buy followers. You have individuals that follow you because they care about you genuinely. They care about what you do, what you strive to do for other individuals. They care about your content. They care about you as a person. They don't turn around and give you money so that you can buy followers that are end up fake. And by the way, just to let you all know, once you get done buying followers, they do fall off. They will drop. After 3 months, you will start seeing a decline in those followers because they start following off. You do it for the right reasons. You come on this app for the right reasons. What was the reasons that we come on this app? Apparently, they're reporting us because I got a visibility notification. Look, you want to report my lives, that's fine. I got 3 other platforms that I can go live on. And they all have the link tree in them. Just putting it out there. And you can share the live. I don't care. Share the live. Everybody's entitled to an opinion. The minute you report somebody's live, you're basically stopping their ability to have their own opinion. So make that make sense to me. I mean, I don't know. Well, apparently somebody did report it because they were either butthurt or whatever. That's their choice. But see, the only reason that people report is because they know that the individuals are putting out the truth and the facts, and they're afraid of them coming out. It's the same as when you get into a scammer or a beggar's live and you get muted and blocked. That's how that works. I'm just pointing that fact out. Exactly. They don't like to hear the truth. And until you realize what the truth really is, you're never going to know it either. That's all I'm saying. And look, like I said, I've got plenty of other platforms, plenty of other pages to go live on to put out what is true. And if that butt hurts somebody to the fact that I have my own opinion, then so be it. We're all entitled to opinions, or else we wouldn't be allowed to go live on this app. No, I know. It's all good. It's all good. It says that the visibility is restricted or whatever. I don't know. I don't care. They want to be that way and they want to run their own platform the way they do. Hey, if I get into your live under a troll account, don't be surprised if I start nannering you. The door swings both ways, just to let you know. Same with, see, that's the other thing too. Cash apps or pay apps. I see it, I'm reporting it. Oh, hey, yeah, let me tell you, no, Emmett, the new TikTok is going to be more stricter because it's a US based TikTok. The rules are going to be stricter. I can tell you that right now. Each and every single person that's on here is going to run into a problem with the fact that they're not going to be able to get what they want, would be per se, be the best way to put it. They think they want that. No, that's not the way it is. The new app is going to be specifically set up in, or, get into look into somebody's video. They're somebody's video. They're going to whining and crying they need a car paid off. No, they're separate servers. But the algorithm is based off of that. They've changed the algorithm up for the American versions. Hence the reason why it's going to be totally different. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I agree. And that's exactly what it is. But that's TikTok that allowed it to turn into garbage. And that's a fact right there. Yeah, I agree. Lazy days. I agree 100%. But it is what it is. So, but, you know, people wanting to restrict other people's lives because they turn around and put out facts and truth, you got issues. You got serious issues. How you doing, OG? But that's you, not me. Um, that's the thing that hurts the most too for other people, is because the ability to put out facts and truth, does it really outweigh? You tell me. You honestly tell me. So, but yeah, that's about all I got for tonight. I have the new links in the link tree for shoes and snagajob.com. If you're looking for work from home or a job somewhere close to you, the links are in there. Yeah, I know. Same here. Super A. I'm the same way. But, and that's one thing that I did want to point out. I've noticed this. Just because your reports are coming back no violations does not mean that they're putting red flags in that live. They are. They did it with Chef Carl. What happened is that once those red flags go up and the algorithm comes back around to read their next live, consists those red flags that are still in that live. So then the algorithm picks it up again and trips it off again. Yeah, don't give up on reporting. Don't. Keep doing it, because eventually it is going to catch up to them. It did with Chef Carl. Look how many pages he lost. It happened with Austin Tamargo. Look how many he lost. Kim Peters. How you doing, Night Shift 2.0? It happens. Look at Tim Nash. Don't give up on the reports. Keep doing it. Yes, Adriel Sigler, perfect example. These individuals that are coming on this app, they're coming on for the wrong reasons. Do I see content in any of? No, I don't. And that's my opinion, and I'm entitled to it, just same as you are. But good example, does Faith have any content? No, she don't. She honestly doesn't. That's my opinion. I mean, I could sit in a live and have all my boxes filled up, and we could all sit there and be arguing. How's that content? Seriously. I'm asking an honest question. How's that freaking content? But yet it's okay. And yes, when it comes to awareness, you make yourself the content because you're the one that's coming on a public app and asking and begging and scamming. So ask yourself that question. What makes them have the content? Well, it's you. That's my opinion. Because unless you don't want to have that content put out there for everyone to see, do something different. Make something of your page and your platform. Put us out of a position on this app. I mean, Jeff Gainey always asking for a room, putting his dog out there. Is that really content? Well, not really. But him begging and asking for other people money? Yeah, that's content. And I'm going to put it out there for people to beware of not to give them money or gifts. Just saying. That being said, anybody wants a box, you're more than welcome to come up and put in your say so. You're all entitled to your opinions. All I ask is that everyone be respectful. And if not, we're going to wrap up tonight. I can go to bed early tonight. Because most of us all have to work tomorrow. We can't, be as fun-filling and laying across the bed to watch TV in a hotel room all the time. Tim, good night. Other than that, that's it. Yeah, Twinner, I think I'm going to do that. Remember to check out the resource link tree, get what you can get out of it. Other than that, I'm out of here. Stick a fork in me Sunday night. Everybody have a great first day. No news on Erica Haas. But I can pretty much guarantee you, if I had to guess, CPS probably called up to her. Well, you're welcome, everyone. Everybody stay safe. Yeah, she is off the app, Moonlight Whisper stated. Thank you, Moonlight. Everybody stay safe. Have a good week at work. Enjoy the weather. Enjoy your time with your families. Careful for all the ones that are going back to school here within the next week or so or whenever. Other than that, I'm done. Everybody have a